Okay. Mm. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I like to invite the speaker, Mr. Sreekanth, who will talk about an integrated solution for farming from farm to table in India. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Jumna, and thank you, Rajni. Well, guys, as you can see, what we are trying to bring in today is like and blockchain plus mobile plus IoT based farming system in India that will help farmers grow, monitor, and sell crops better, smarter, and fairly. It's something kind of from planting to eating. Let me introduce you for our company, what we are. So we at ThinkTree Systems, we are independent consultings and development and testing team, especially with software technology in various diversified fields. Okay, so we are incorporated in 2017, and there are directors who are from India and US both. Our company is also headquartered in Madison, Wisconsin, in USA. So what we are like working is trying to bring in the cost of technology and cost of operations inside the agriculture sector to get into a better fair mode. Okay, so, coming back, if I can take you through the problems in existing system of agriculture, right? If you can see my slide, why is the farming very hard today? You know why? Because 70% of the Indian depends on farming. That's obviously everybody knows. Now it has decreased to, it has increased to 80% because there is a less in production, but many of the existing farmers face problems like climate change, which might include the bad weather and the other parts. And along with that, there is also a fake seeds, fake supply, fake fertilizers, or a low quality ones, which is already there in the market because of the profit margins they are trying to expect. So and there is also no fair price for the crops, right? So if you see, there is a financial problem, the market and the consumers. So if you see, with the fertilizers and your seeds, everything, right, there is lack of transparency in the whole food chain and the ecosystem, which is resulting in very unclear and high surge price. Like, see, very recently we had all this tomato rates spiking up to 120, 150 rupees per kg, like that. And there is also a very need for the data storage, what is happening across all the fits. This is where our technology comes in, this whole part, right? Based on the lower levels of location based data adaptability and the data which we are getting from various means, which I'm going to show you further, is going to let you know like how our technology in bringing into the agriculture field is going to solve the financial problems. The financial services do not enable the farmers to invest heavily on agriculture, but also we want to bring in that relieving part in the liquidity constraint. It results in difficulty for buyers to pay for the farmers on delivery, or poor farming to sell the crops at very lower price, like say uh, we have also middlemans here, the long chain of middleman and the low marketable surplus for agriculture goods, the malpractices in the APMCs and everything. This is where the consumer's confidence to buy any of the agriculture produce is really hurting them a lot. So what does the farmers exactly need today? What will exactly truly help the farmers, basically? uh, a very simple system to know what best way to grow, to get a real time help. Maybe, as we know, we are all placed very keen in the mobile technology, which has penetrated even to the very rural parts of India, and store information very securely on the things, sell the crops at the right price and the right time, gain trust from the buyers, whoever it is. This needs to add technology, that is a simple and a secure way how you can get these things very going on. And sorry for that. Introducing to our solutions, right? What I can give you an overview is we want to bring in one system for all the farming needs. Like say before farming, we want to do all the necessary soil checks, weather, seeds, and we want to get in the data of how many local growers in the local areas are growing the same kind of crops, the crop rotation system, all those things. And during farming, we want to bring in that growth monitoring due to the climate changes, which I was talking to you very previously. And after farming is to sell, store, and track the harvest what we have done. We bring the farm, phone, and the fairness very together. This is where our things works. Okay, so if you see, the product solution we are trying to do is we have this data sensing layer at the beginning. Okay, so this data sensing layer is like IoT sensors data. Like say we have this temperature, soil moisture sensor, pH data, humidity, and everything which is recorded. And along with that, we are merging with the meteorological department for the information. Like say the weather department already has the rainfall prediction, the pressure, and the wind speed, everything, to keep a very good track of the quality of the crops in all the stages of the growth. Why we want to propose the blockchain system is because the blockchain is immutable. This system provides overall scheme for the crops to grow, and its supply chain system based on the blockchain technology to assure the quality of the crops. The system helps in increasing the confidence both to the farmers and even to the consumers, the end consumers for us. The model to store every detail of every stage. This is where our system is designed for three layers. One which I was talking to you about, sensing data. Now the data storage comes where it is stored in the blockchain system and it is decentralized. Decentralized is nothing but me as a farmer, I do have multiple copies whatever I'm having with the other person. So we are sharing that and we are making sure all the bit of data is very sensitive and very thing. And the application layer is like is a hosted as a web and mobile application both, whether you can check it on your mobile app or also you can work on your computers if some of the people who are very the architecture for the real time bidding platform built on blockchain. So we always get the data for the application from the blockchain system, which is already recording the data from the sensors from the real time farming field. What is the unique feature of our system? The major solutions available in the market for the food supply chain and the traceability, we use blockchain coupled with IoT technology. This is to remodel the food production industry completely. It's like from the sowing of your seeds to harvesting is what we are trying to remodel with our technology. The proposed system stands to bring some of the owing facts that we can provide overall solutions to the farm, to the fork. Like say we when we have collected all the data, we can store them in the digital profiles, and with the along with that we have the details of the farmland, the geolocations, the ownership of the farmland, soil types of the farmland, environment parameters, the quality of the seeds from where it was purchased. If the like say if there are multiple instances when the some company seeds is not providing the expected yield, then based on our artificial intelligence and the data stored in the blockchain, we can come out to that necessary conclusions. So that is what we are trying to do, and we are trying to give the farmers the real time updates on what time they should be planting, what time they should be harvesting, and information regarding what fertilizers they should use and what pesticides should be used to get the yield of the crops to the maximum. And this is still we harvest. So post harvesting we have a new trade initiated between the farmers and the retailers, where the crop is sold, signing into a digital contract, and which is like one on one. Like you I have 100 kgs of tomato and any wholesaler can purchase it online itself, and it will be delivered. So thus an accurate information of the whole crop which is grown from uh, which is obtained, is very immutable and transparent. The word immutable is whatever the data we are storing on the on the computer or on the information side, technological side, is always changeable. But with the blockchain technology we can never change that, and once we have recorded a data from from a part which we cannot change, we can only just say from 1 to five we have changed. That's it. So that's what is the immutable thing is all about. Accounting in helping the farmers to decrease the production cost with all our AI inputs from the data we are collecting from the real time farm field to whatever we are trying to sell it out to the particular wholesaler or retailer. We are trying to bring in the decrease in production cost and optimizing improving the decision making in accurate data for selling the crops. We want to increase the confidence of all the sectors in between the farmers, the retailers. There are insurance sectors who is getting giving the insurance for the farm fields, and there is mainly the consumers like our common people who are getting the pure vegetables or pure fruits from them. So the benefit from using our technology would be is like getting a healthy crop, tracking the quality of crops in each stage. This can be open issue to all the customers or the consumers at the end. Supply chain and traceability, like this will help us to bring in what is the demand and the supply in each of the geolocations, helps us to remove ineffective process like bringing in a lot of product into one place where that affects the selling price of the farmers, and ensure quality controls also like during the transportation how it is there. And happy farmers and retailers increase efficiency for farmers, I mean higher yield and higher price. The farmers will be able to make very informed decisions related to the farming. Fairer payment price, bringing in the making the things work for them. uh, and also like coming in increased traceability for the retailers and delivering the good quality of food. For us, the happy consumers would be is consumer get to know about the food origination, growth and storage method, how it was there, from where it was grown, and what type of crop from the right farm has been there produced to that home or to the table is what we normally mean. This will increase the pure confidence in the consumers who is gonna buy day to day basis there. So we are trying to benefit all the sectors from end to end. So we have some of the business models also here, based on our services offered: healthy crop production, IoT based farming, and digital decentralized secure supply chain, managing agriculture finance, maybe helping the farmers on the insurance and all the things sector. Real time bidding platform is what we are trying to bring on. So monetization is like bringing in the decentralized for based on farming for price according to the agriculture land and type of crops grown. Blockchain based web or mobile application. Agriculture insurance sectors provided with transparency and transparent growth at stage and insured crops what they are. So sustainability would be is, uh, exhaustive amount is charged for maintenance and of sensor devices. It's a very minimal for every crop cycle. We can reuse them. We don't need to purchase every time. Retail and farmers are provided with maximum kind of plans, a fixed amount for a 3 year or 4 year plans. Insurance sectors are also charged as per the number of insurance policies they have issued, because they are the people who will be requiring more of the data what is happening in the form, right? So and we have let me share my other screen while I just go with this. And okay, so here what I'm gonna do is, give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, I just sharing my other thing and share window. The farmer's field is here. So what we are trying to achieve on a parallel mode is, there is agriculture environment monitoring system which I was talking to you about. We are using wireless sensor networks We have some of the RFID things like RFID stores, land information, harvest information, and everything. We have unmanned aerial vehicles like the drones, onboard cameras, and computers for picturizing the things of what is going on and everything. We have also some of the onboard computers to read the data via wireless sensors and RFID and transmit it. So this will be putting in a lot of real-time data for our application. And there is also a camera attached which we are capturing the quality of the crops which is growing from our drone side. So this will help us to monitor each crop from a very huge area. And the other side would be is the integrated delivery system information required, what is the process method, where do you have to buy the seeds, what are the fertilizers, what are the machines we have to be using it, where and where they are very helpful. And weather system, when you have to harvest, is there any storage facility nearby, and when you have to take it to the market. So all this information is collected from both public and private institutions, and all the providers and processed together. We have two databases collecting each of the sectors of our data. And along with with our workstations and internet services in the blockchain technology, we will provide everything via web domain and mobile application to the end user. So this will help to bring in the agriculture environment monitoring and integrated decision support system both together simultaneously with all our AI and all our data analysis part, bringing in the technology for our agriculture system. And coming back with all these things, I think why and what makes us a very important different part is our team has the visions to meet the team of engineers and researchers and the tech experts what we have. We want to empower every farmer with the technology they can trust. I mean, the farmers can have to understand how it works very simple way. That's we are trying to build. And how big we have to what big we are trying to see is like 50% of 58% of the Indians much need on the agriculture sector. Only 13.7% of the GDP, huge gap to fix. Blockchain is a growing market of technology in the world now, and we are very early and bringing in the market to open. With smart technology, the farming is becoming more profitable. The people can be dragged back, especially the IT sector people who wants to do it in both simultaneous way. This is also possible. So this is a simplified presentation from me on a very quick note, and up to you all for any questions.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sreekanth, for the detailed presentation. I'll now take up some questions. You can stop sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first question is, what exactly does an integrated solution from farm to table include in the Indian context?
Integrated solutions include in Indian
Indian
context.
context.
So as I was telling, right, I mean, like, let me break it down into a very simple way. Okay, so definition of integrated solution in a single system is like in Indian context means mobile access is very good. What we have now, the farmers are able to use the mobile because of the internet penetrations into very deep to the rural areas. They, for Indian context, most of the updates are not coming very properly for the farmers in the rural areas based on their very local language. They are very reliable on other informations which is coming in. Find them the crop advice, like say if I am planting tomatoes and many of the hectares are also planting the tomatoes simultaneously, that means that the production is high and the demand is gonna become low. So that's where we're gonna get the lower price. So we are gonna suggest to the farmers on based on this collective data what is happening, which will give them the better opportunity to have the rotational crops and get in the real time profitable growth. And maybe there are a lot of government schemes which we can try to get in with the Indian context to the farmers. Okay, maybe there are with all our real time data and everything, it will be very fair and transparent for them to apply for the subsidies and everything. And mainly is that they can get the good market rates. So this is what we are trying to see with the Indian context. Maybe like I can give you on a very overall view is like crop planning, fertilizer sessions, and step by step growing guides for the farmers.
Okay. And how does your system helps at each stage from soil preparation to market delivery?
See, like as I was explaining very before, right? Before farming, we have the planning stage, like what we want to give the information to the farmers, like best crops to grow for that season, weather forecast, soil testing, which we would have done, and seed suggestions. From sowing seed to guide farmers, what is the right time to sow the seeds, what is the right spacing, and all those methods. I mean, we have certain crops which all our agriculture science departments which they are doing the research, and all this data is available. And the crop monitoring mainly, right, the growth stage, this is where it's very crucial for the farmers, where our sensors in the field will measure every bit often, very often, on the moisture, temperature, when it has to be watered, whether it is heavily watered or is it exactly watered, that how is the temperature, is your plant gonna dry out, if do you need any greenhouse, those kind of things. Our drones and mobile photos will help to check on the crop health. If there is any like say if there is any problem with the crops which is growing, we can suggest with what pesticides they can use or any organic things they can use. Our app will give real time advice on watering if they have not watered even it is required. Maybe like say if the farmer have thought like let me water my farm field at 11 o'clock, and if the plants are drying out due to heavy sunshine in 8 a.m. or 8:30, our application will give them the necessary inputs to go and water it. And schedule the fertilizers also, when and where what you have to do. So post that harvesting part, as I told, suggest what is the best time to harvest, notify where are the nearest storage centers, record the data. And with that we will bring in lot of inputs, when you have to sell it and what price we have to sell it. So this will really help them at the farmer side from growth to market.
Okay. And can small and marginal farmers afford and benefit from your solution, or is it targeted at larger farms?
We are focusing on very small farmers to large farmers both. Okay. And how they can benefit is, as I was telling, is uh, we have the sensors which is very reusable for every part. And every farmers, even whether it is small or large, they get every step by step crop advice, fair market access. Like say if the farmer has only 1 acre of field and somebody has 10 acres of field, maybe we are suggesting them what best can be grown on a 10 acre of field to get more profitable crop, right? So smart decisions making, that's where we are trying to do. And there needs to be no literacy. All the audio and video guys in the local language will make it very easy for them. And whatever the simplified things are there, it's like for both small farmers and large farmers both.
Okay. And is your platform mobile friendly and available in local languages for farmers with
Yes,
limited digital literacy?
yes. That's where I was trying to tell you. Our we
Okay.
don't need any digital literacy. Our audio, video guides, and the local language will make it very easy to use for every deep rural nested farmers also.
Okay. And how does your company ensure that farmers in remote areas can access your technology effectively?
Farmers in, I mean, we have some of the marketing plans. Uh, can who can access our application, like we have some marketing plans, like say we want to go down, which is an very important part is mobile first low data design. Like we want to do some of the low end phones, basic internet and connections on that. We want to approach everybody in the local language and with voice assistance, like if they can just we have ask Siri, we have Google help, all those things they can just ask them very directly, literally. partnership with local farmers and NGOs. We want to bring in some of the fundings from the NGOs, help some of the self-help groups. Krishi Vignan Kendras are there, who can offer some of the agri extension offers. So based on all their fundings, we want to give trial out to the very remote part of the people who will feel more confident of our technology and start using it. And on-road support and training should be there. That is where we are trying to put in our AI based support training team, which will help them to have the call centers in the local languages, and that will really help them a lot.
Okay. And sorry, what type of data, that is weather, soil, pest, etc., does your solution provide, and how often is it updated?
It depends on from farm to farm. How does our sensors? But our sensors will be monitoring the data 24 bar 7. How we are recording the data is what we can predefine based on what we are trying to grow at the particular time. Like say if the paddy is, if I give you an example of paddy, right? The paddy requires to be monitored every 1 hour as per this one. So we keep that as per the crop suggested to the farmers or crop selected by the farmers too. It's not that we always suggest, we can also go ahead with the farmer's decision to grow what crop. Did I answer your question completely?
Yes, yes. And how does your system help farmers get better prices or direct access to consumers and retailers?
So as I was telling, right, uh, sorry, like say we are trying to remove as much as the middleman's, getting the fair transparency on the quality of the products they have grown. It's like the farmers are branding themselves, promoting themselves with the quality of products they have grown, right? So this will get in more of no need for commission agents to say that your crop is not good or bad and reduce their price. The brokers who cut the farmer profit has zero reasons to cut their prices also. So this is where it is removing most of the middleman activities. Like say we have kisan bechta hai seedha buyer ko bechta, like that we are trying to target. There are some of the fair payment systems which we are trying to build, digital agreements and which is signed on the blockchain, no cheating and no delay in payment. Also the buyer must pay at the agreed amount once the crops is delivered. So these kind of things we are trying to build. And like say as I told, verified crops quality will have the higher trust and the buyers will be willing to pay more. So once this system is adopted completely and the farmers are very demandable with their products, that is where it will really help them. The live market rate and buyer access, like we have this apmcs live mandi prices and best places to sell. We will be helping them to take it to those places. The list of buyers also we can try to give it their bid, which is going to go every bit online so that the farmer can choose when and where to sell for the best price. So this is how we are trying to do it. And with the improvised further one, we want to also give the crop certification and traceability to the end consumers so that they have the verified traceable crops which is there on the table.
Okay. And is there any support or integration with government schemes or subsidies through your platform?
We are trying to get in. As of now, we are trying to give the information about the schemes available for the farmers. Tomorrow, we want to, as their web page or website has that, we also want to bring in directly within our mobile application itself.
Okay. And does your solution include financial planning, insurance, and credit access features for farmers?
Yes, as I had explained in my previous slides, also, right, we are also trying to get in the insurance sector because they really want most of the data from the real time fields. We are also going to charge them where the farmers are less burdened on the financial part of adopting the technology. And we are also going to get the government is going to have the transparency in giving the subsidies to the farmers. So the hesitations is all reduced because of this.
Okay. And are you providing any training or support to farmers when they start using your platform?
Yes, we have planned to help them and train them in person initially, and as we go, we provide them the support via video and audio visuals for them.
Okay. And you're working with FPOs and cooperatives for large scale adoption.
No, 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 nothing like that.
Okay. And yeah. So how does your solution support sustainable or organic farming practices?
See, the word organic means everybody has to doubt whether it is grown organically or not, right? Any other
Correct.
system which I am collecting the data, I can manipulate the pesticides used or any chemicals used to make sure that end users will not get to know. The advantage of blockchain technology is like you cannot go down and change the data. I only you can update the data, and the end consumers will be able to see the whole history from top to bottom, from day one till what they have with them.
Yeah. Okay. And does it help in maintaining traceability and food safety from farm to table?
Which one?
Does it help in maintaining traceability and food safety from farm to table?
Yes, exactly. That's where we are trying to bring in the transparency with our blockchain technology, with all our real-time sensors, having the data and the supply chain, how it is transferred. Like say, there are a couple of items which needs to be transported in the climate controlled, climate control, weather controlled containers also. So at this stage, what was the temperature? Whether the food was getting spoiled in between or getting decomposed. So these things will bring in the transparency and the traceability from the farm to the table.
And two more questions. What is your vision for scaling this integrated solution across in India in next 5 years?
We want to penetrate deep inside, help the farmers get to know without any profitable margin. We are expecting in to bring in the technology first, make them adapt, so that tomorrow somebody else, whoever comes in, can make it as an non-profitable business model and provide everything to the farmers, because in a way we are all profiting from that because of the good quality crops which is very much required for our future generations.
Okay. And are there plans to integrate AI, IoT, or drone technology in the future to make it more
we,
efficient?
we have already integrated drones and AI technology, so that's where our smart decision system is coming based on the AI based data analysis which is going on. With our drones and mobile photos which is getting captured, it will inform the farmers on any of the plants having issues with any infections or bad growth, those kind of things.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Srikanth. So I don't see any more questions. So now we have to come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank you for a very detailed presentation answering all the questions. And it's a very seems to be very useful software and application. So hope our farmers will benefit from this application. So we'll be ending this meeting now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.